live on all platforms. This one was super important, so I'm going live on all platforms. Make all this pretty later when I got the time and the money, but right now I want to tell you, Ali HT series, Food Fridays. We're going to talk about celery juice. Now, this isn't celery juice. I lied to you. I already had my celery juice today. This is, hey, Justin, what's goody? This is actually cucumber and cilantro. Let me see what it tastes. Cilantro, okay, I can taste it. But cucumber is really good by itself on an empty stomach, good for fever, really good for the liver. Cilantro is really good for toxins and heavy metals. It was about to go bad, so I just threw it in the drink, and I have celery actually to show you. Just pulled out the celery, and it's funny because every day I walk and I'm walking with celery. I just want people to see the celery. Like, why is she got celery? Like, who is this celery girl? I'm gonna start selling it soon, and I'm about to tell you why. Okay, I will be making it and selling it because I just want this freaking virus to go away. I want the maldito toque de queda to go away. We're still on curfew. Tomorrow, everything has to be closed at 12 o'clock, but we have transit until 3. So you already know. All right, celery. I hope you can hear me. Hold on, let me get these headphones on. I forgot. All right, my bad. All right, celery juice. All right, let me read. Okay, it's a lot to listen. It's a lot, but it's just celery juice. Think about it. Ponder on it. You know, I might make some songs like celery and wheat, celery and wheat. I don't know, something to make it fun. What was I thinking? Celery bouncing here and there and everywhere. Right, you're gonna get me for that. So whatever you can think, make it a song, something. We're gonna make some celery juice songs. We're gonna make it popular and fun, and we're gonna get healed. Amen, hallelujah, fuck the virus. All right, celery juice. If people knew all the potent healing properties of celery juice, it would be widely hailed as a miraculous superfood. Celery has an incredible ability to create sweeping improvements for all kinds of health issues. Celery juice stands alone. Celery is truly the savior when it comes to chronic illness. I've seen thousands of people who suffer from chronic and mystery illness restore their health by drinking 16 ounces of celery juice daily on an empty stomach. That's why long ago I started the movement of drinking pure, straight celery juice, and it's why I want to be sure people know how to use this potent drink correctly and successfully. Celery juice is most powerful when you drink it solo. While it's great to consume other green juices or vegetable juices and add it in items like spinach, kale, parsley, cilantro, or apples, drink those mixed juices at a different time than your straight celery juice. These blends function differently than what I'm recommending as your greatest tool for recovering your health. Pure celery juice taken on an empty stomach. If you drink your celery juice first thing in the morning, it will also strengthen your digestion of foods you eat for the rest of the day. We'll get to more tips in a moment. First, let's look at to what makes this tonic a miracle juice. Calming inflammation. Celery juice is teeming with powerful anti-inflammatory properties. This means it's highly beneficial for people who suffer from chronic and mystery illnesses, including conditions labeled as autoimmune. Hashimoto's thyroiditis, rheumatoid arthritis, fibromyalgia, myalgic encephalomyelitis, chronic fatigue syndrome, Lyme disease, migraines, vertigo, celiac disease, irritable bowel syndrome, IBS, diabetes, psoriasis, eczema, acne, lupus, Guillain-Barré syndrome, scariosis, Raynaud's syndrome, Meniere's disease, gastroesophageal reflux disease, gout, bursitis, bloating, intestinal cramping, distension, acid reflux, vertigo, constipation, restless leg syndrome, tingles, numbness. All of these symptoms and illnesses are mysteries to medical communities, even though they have names. Their true causes are not yet known by medical science and research. Celery is perfect for reversing inflammation because it starves the pathogens, including unproductive bacteria and viruses, such as Epstein-Barr virus. That one was fun. I enjoyed that one for a couple of years. That created. As I reveal in my book, Thyroid Healing: The Truth Behind Hashimoto's gravis, insomnia, hyperthyroidism, thyroid nodules, and Epstein-Barr, EBV is the actual cause of Hashimoto's thyroiditis and many other diseases that medical communities call autoimmune. More on the true cause of autoimmune conditions coming soon. These pathogens can lead to hundreds of different symptoms and conditions that go misdiagnosed. When I went to see my natural doctor, she didn't give me names like cancer or Lyme disease or anything like that. She said I had Epstein-Barr virus, and I felt horrible for a long time. And but you can get better, promise you. Celery is able to starve pathogens. Plus, it contains a multitude of undiscovered mineral salts that act together as an antiseptic. When these powerful mineral salts make contact with viruses such as Epstein-Barr, HHV6, and shingles, bacteria such as Streptococcus and other pathogens, troublemakers responsible for chronic illnesses, chemicals, the stuff I'm talking about on Tuesday, the salts begin to break down the pathogen's cell membranes, eventually killing and destroying them. Ooh, it's getting hot with the sun. Hello. I try to get out of it. If you worry that the sodium in celery is a problem because you've heard the salt is salt, know that sodium in celery is not just salt or the basic mineral sodium. Medical research and science have not yet discovered the different varieties of sodium in celery, nor how beneficial they are. Celery's natural occurring sodium actually helps stabilize blood pressure, bringing it down when it's too high and up when it's too low. Further, it won't dehydrate your organs. Instead, it clings to toxic, dangerous salts from poor quality foods and helps draws them out of your body while replacing them with undiscovered cluster salts. These subgroups of sodium bond together as one and are infused with celery's other critical chemical compounds and information that's highly active in healing the body. Science has not yet deconstructed or studied these cluster salts. Eventually, research will reveal that these cluster salts work symbiotically and systematically to flush out toxins, dead pathogens such as viruses and bacteria, and pathogenic neurotoxins and debris from every crevice of the body. Neurotoxins, by the way, are created by viruses such as EBV, feeding on toxic heavy metals, including mercury and aluminum. Medical science and research are not yet aware that viruses feed on certain fuel, let alone that they produce neurotoxins as waste. Neurotoxins create neurological symptoms, including burning skin, twitches, tremors, spasms, cold hands and feet, balance issues, vertigo, erratic heartbeat, insomnia, body jerks that confound doctors. Now that you know that pathogens like EBV are responsible for chronic illness, you can understand just how critical the antiseptic function of celery's cluster salt truly is. Your white blood cells use these cluster salts as both shield and weapon to go after viruses and unproductive bacteria, and that translates to relief from the numerous symptoms and conditions they cause. Take a shot for that. More on celery's magnificent mineral salts. Mineral salts are critical for our bodies to function optimally. They keep your kidneys and adrenals functioning and raise your gut's hydrochloric acid so your body can break down and assimilate what you eat, while they balance your pH as well as cleanse and repair your stomach, the rest of your digestive tract, and mostly importantly, your liver. They also allow information to travel throughout your body so it can keep itself in balance no matter what's occurring. The mineral salts specifically in celery are instrumental in the electricity that governs the body. They're building blocks for neurotransmitter chemicals. Let me read that again. The mineral salts specifically in celery are instrumental in the electricity that governs the body. They are building blocks for neurotransmitter chemicals. They ignite electrical impulse activity, and they support neuron function. These mineral salts in the celery, supposedly. A brain with a weak electrical impulses and weak neurotransmitters shuts down and goes into low battery mode, which makes celery juice a battery charger for the brain. an answer to stop this from happening. Mineral salts keep the heart pumping and create the neurotransmitters needed to take information from point A to point B, that is, from neuron to neuron. Picture a thought as a boat and mineral salts as the ocean. If the ocean dries up, the boat can't go anywhere. The celery's mineral salts are such an important support for the central nervous system, means they are extremely healing for people who are struggling with depression, anxiety, brain fog, confusion, bipolar disorder, memory loss, Alzheimer's disease, obsessive compulsive disorder, OCD, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, ADHD, and post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, as well as people who have difficulty with focus and concentration. Celery can really enhance the ability of supplemental GABA glycine and magnesium L-threonate to be absorbed by the brain and aid in neurotransmitter performance for sleep support. Celery also improves methylation, that is, the proper absorption and utilization of hundreds of nutrients, including B12 and zinc. The electrolytes in celery hydrate on a deeper cellular level, lessening your chances of suffering from migraines, anxiety, panic attacks, and more. Celery also stabilizes and supports the adrenal glands, offers stress assistance, and repairs damaged cells inside the liver. Let's throw out the celery. We'll shout out to celery, all right? Shout out. Okay. Since celery's mineral salts are antibacterial, they kill bacteria such as strep, and that encourages a healthy environment for good bacteria. Low-grade strep infections are often the actual cause of urinary tract infections, chronic sinus infections, acne, IBS, and small intestinal bacterial overgrowth. Though at this time, medical communities aren't aware that strep infections are involved in these conditions. Now you know that celery juice and its antibacterial properties can help heal all of these conditions too. If you suffer from a thyroid condition, take note. Celery has the ability to cleanse the thyroid of toxins and bolster production of the thyroid hormone T3. Really, Kat? For more of the unknown true cause of thyroid problems like Hashimoto's thyroiditis, Graves' disease or Graves' disease, thyroid nodules, cysts and tumors, and large thyroid, parathyroid disease, and much more, refer to Thyroid Healing. This is a book from the Medical Medium by Anthony Royal. Celery juice in autoimmune disease. Celery's ability to break down and flush out viruses is life-changing news for anybody who has been told they have an autoimmune disease, or for anybody who has been told you have a virus and there's nothing that they can do about it. Pathogens such as viruses, including EBV and shingles, are a true cause of the inflammation that mistakenly considered an autoimmune condition. Medical communities just aren't aware of the real cause. Now, particularly with my healing, I did a lot of herbs and I did all these crazy protocols and took all these supplements, but I'm trying to explain to you that you don't have to do that strenuous process that I did, and there's like an easier way now in 2021. And this has been going on for years, proven for years. The prevailing autoimmune theory is that the immune system, The prevailing autoimmune theory is that the immune system is mistaking a part of the body for an invader and has begun attacking it, causing inflammation. This belief developed because by the 1950s, the medical world had become frustrated with not having an explanation for why conditions such as Hashimoto's, Graves', lupus, RA, Crohn's disease, celiac, ulcerative colitis, and multiple sclerosis were leaving people ailing or even crippled. Close observation of some patients' blood work revealed the presence of antibodies. A theory took off that the body had become confused and created antibodies to attack itself. It's vital to remember that this was just one out of dozens of unproven hypotheses that the medical establishment came up with because they didn't have real answers for people's suffering. So they pointed the blame at people's bodies, which took the blame off medical research and science, and unfortunately, the theory has stuck and become law. And I don't know if you watched my breathing post yesterday or in the blackout portion, I think it was Wednesday, but you are the product of your thoughts. So whatever people tell you, if you have a cancer, if you have an autoimmune disease, you're going to hold on to that and your body is going to transform into that thought. That's just a thought. The autoimmune theory is not true. It's critical to know what's really happening with autoimmune issues. Antibodies are present because your body is fighting a pathogen that scientific testing can't yet detect. For example, in the case of Hashimoto's, if antibodies are present, it's because your body is going after the Epstein-Barr virus. It's not that your body created antibodies that are attacking your thyroid gland. You can learn more about this in Thyroid Healing. Again, contrary to current thinking, the body does not attack itself or turn against you. Your body only goes after pathogens, and only two factors cause inflammation: injury and invasion. Pathogens cause both. They're invaders, foreign bodies in your body, and can also be injurers, sometimes damaging tissue in their travels through your system. It doesn't always take both factors to cause inflammation. For example, if you break your leg and it swells up, that's solely an injury. It does always take at least one of these two causes. Sadly, the popular, incorrect autoimmune theory holds people responsible for their sickness. It leads people to believe that their body has betrayed them, turned against them, and let them down. When you're leaving the doctor's office after being told that your body is attacking itself or attacking a specific organ, it can be emotionally damaging, and that belief itself hinders your immune system. Stress lowers the immune system. It apparently is the number one causing lead of death: stress. Your body is loyal to you. It's doing its very best to help you be whole and healed. It loves you unconditionally. Your own immune system will never harm you. It only works for you. Knowing this truth can kickstart the healing process for someone who previously believed their body was against them. The autoimmune confusion is one of the greatest mistakes in modern medicine. It's a prime example of why more than 250 million people in the US alone are living with or suffering from mystery symptoms and condition with no real relief. Which brings us back to celery juice as such a big deal. As celery ushers pathogens out, your body will be much better able to handle whatever life throws your way. We're going to take another shot for that. Now, I don't know if my doctor knows about the celery juice or whatnot, but she said she can make me something. If I send her my cat hair, she can make me something to help me with the cat allergies. Well, I didn't end up doing that. I tried to send it. I can't send fingernails and hair outside of the country. And I drank celery juice for 4 weeks straight in the morning on an empty stomach. You're supposed to do up to 16 ounces. I don't recommend doing 16 ounces like I did every day for 4 weeks straight for your first time, because you will be in the bathroom. But you can work your way up. 4 ounces, 8 ounces, 16 ounces. Take your time and see what it does for you. For me, particularly for someone who's been detoxing for years and cleansing for years, it got rid of my cat allergies, which I thought I'd never get rid of. But they told me when I was 17 that it should go away. And I've always had skin rashes, itchy eye, barely can breathe. I would make my parents buy a hotel every time I visit them because they always had cats and dogs and I was allergic to them. Balancing your body's pH. Why is it so beneficial that celery juice strengthens hydrochloric acid in your gut? Because hydrochloric acid is critical to digestion and to keeping your digestive system alkaline. Although we can hear the word acid and think bad gastric acids, including hydrochloric acid, are critical, helpful acids, not to be confused with having an acidic digestive system, which is detrimental to health. When you eat, food quickly travels down your stomach to be digested with help of hydrochloric acid. Although science hasn't yet discovered this yet, hydrochloric acid isn't just one acid. It's actually a complex blend of 7 acids. If hydrochloric acid levels are out of balance or low, your food won't be sufficiently digested in your stomach. That means the food won't break down enough for your cells to access the nutrients, and instead the food will just sit there and rot, causing bad acids to develop. I definitely experienced that too. And I only know because I had a doctor who had this machine, and she She just tells you everything that's going on in your body, and she tells you what you should eat, what's bothering you, your thoughts, everything. It's a really cool invention. It sucks that we're not allowed, or it's not a common practice, because it's an amazing, simple machine. We'll talk about that later. Preventing ammonia permeability, a major unknown cause of ill health. This gut rot or putrefaction creates ammonia gas, which has the ability to float ghost-like out of your digestive tract and directly into your bloodstream. It can also cross into organs such as your liver and brain. This is what I call ammonia permeability. Millions of people walk around with digestive health problems, and one of the contributing factors is ammonia permeability, along with underlying sluggish liver issues. Been there. That's why I fucking love this information. The truth about ammonia permeability hasn't yet been discovered. Similar through mistaken concepts are often referred to as leaky gut syndrome or intestinal permeability. Another condition that worsens low hydrochloric acid and creates ammonia permeability is as sluggish, stagnant fatty liver. Underlying liver conditions are extremely common. Medical communities don't yet know how prevalent they really are or what's behind the issue in the first place. A sluggish, stagnant fatty liver causes lower bile production, which means the body can't break down and disperse fats easily. And we eat a lot of fats as a westernized culture. And that also contributes to gut rot, causing even more ammonia permeability. It is vital to understand how to support your liver, as most everyone today has a sluggish liver, which is at the core of countless symptoms, illness, and premature aging and death. Thankfully, there are simple ways to support your liver's health. I share these in detail in my book, Liver Rescue. Here's where our heroic celery juice comes in. It effectively rebuilds the stomach complex balance in support of hydrochloric acid. It also strengthens the digestive system by helping heal the liver, which also leads to an increase in bile production. Easy constipation and bloat, plus lowering levels of pathogens such as bacteria and viruses and invaders such as fungus and mold. It leads to strengthened intestinal linings. Celery juice is one of the most profound ways, if not the most profound way, to restore digestive health. It is that powerful. I've been excited to make celery juice for people here, and a couple people have been trying it with me, and I've been thankful to see amazing results, and that's why I'm telling you about it now. Celery juice for body and emotions. We tend to hold on a lot of fear in our guts. Nervousness causes those sensations we know as tummy flips or butterflies in the stomach, and anxiety can run deep through the nervous system, putting our guts in knots. By restoring the entire digestive system, celery juice puts our minds and heart at ease too. Use it for its calming effects when you are feeling frightened, panicky, shocked, fretful, nervous, threatened, unsure, afraid, or defensive. So please try these and comment and tell your friends and testify so more people can just be more confident to give it a shot and find our healing. I could go on and on about the benefits of celery juice for all manners of ills, mental, physical, spiritual, emotional. Celery juice is alkalizing, enzyme rich, electrolyte enhancing, liver repairing, blood sugar balancing, antiseptic, and more. Don't let the simplicity of humble celery mask its strength. It's often the simplest of measures in life that gracefully work wonders in the most complex situations. Celery juice is truly a miracle juice. It's one of the greatest healing tonics of all time. If you want to heal and improve your health quickly and effectively, follow this routine. Every morning, drink roughly 16 ounces of celery juice on an empty stomach. Make sure it's fresh, plain celery juice with no other ingredients. Celery juice is medicinal, not a caloric drink, so you'll need breakfast afterward to power you through the morning. Simply wait at least 15 minutes after drinking your celery juice before consuming anything else. And I'll tell you at the end what I've eaten today or what I've drank today. Use organic celery juice whenever possible. If you're sensitive and 16 ounces is too much, start with the smaller amount and work your way up, like I explained. Just start with the small. Use organic celery juice whenever possible. If you're using conventional celery, be sure to wash it especially well before juicing. I did get my healing with conventional celery. I have no proof or for sure if it was organic celery or not. I bought some of it in the street, some of it in the stores. If you find the taste of straight celery juice too strong, you can juice 1 cucumber and or 1 apple with the celery. This is a great option as you get adjusted to the flavor. As you get used to it, keep increasing the ratio of celery. The greatest benefits come when celery juice is consumed on its own. So just 1 bunch of celery is really good to use. I bought the Celery Juice book, so I'm excited to get more into it, get the more details so I can tell you all more about it. But yeah, I mean, I can read the directions. Rinse the celery and run it through a juicer. Drink immediate for best results. Alternatively, you can chop the celery and blend it in a high-speed blender until smooth. Strain well and drink immediately. I hope you will find a way to bring celery juice into your life soon. Doing so will help bring you the healing you deserve. I wish you many blessings on your journey. So happy Food Friday. 1 more shot for the celery juice. Or cucumber and cilantro. So text me if you aren't already with us, 334-377-8796. I'll give you the link to the Telegram and to the Instagram. You can keep updated. I'm going to tell you more and more ways to boost your immune system. This is just probably the most powerful one is celery juice that I've come across. Besides coconut oil, I'm not sure which one is stronger, but they both almost done the exact same things, okay? Coconut oil, cold pressed, unrefined, just like the celery juice, it has to be by itself. There are particular rules to it. Can't add other chemicals or any other things. So particularly today, I woke up early, did some reading, went back to sleep, woke up around 7:30, did my meditation that I wrote. Once again, you could text me and ask me about that. I'll give you the link for that as well, but it is on my YouTube. And I had a water with lemon first, probably maybe more than this. And then afterwards, I did celery juice, and I didn't do much, maybe 4, less than 8, because I'm a little low on funds and I haven't been buying it. So whatever he gives me, if it's not enough, I just kind of do half and half. I give him a little more because he needs it more than me and my client. So I did the celery juice, and then after that, he gave me some papaya and bananas. So I ate probably like this much papaya. It was quite a bit. I ate half of it. Second half, I put cinnamon on it, and I ate that with bananas. So I had 2 bananas. And then I got more water with lemon, drank some of that. And I'm not going to lie, I felt pretty hungry. And now I just did the cucumber and the cilantro. I haven't had any solids except for the papaya and the banana. But I'm just going to extreme and trying new things because maybe we're not doing things right, and that's why we are sick. So I want to inspire people to try different things and to show you that you ain't going to die. Like, you're going to get better. You're going to look good. You're going to have a nice body. Like, do I need to stand up? Okay. So the celery juice I've only been doing since August, but I've seen incredible benefits to it. And I just want to inspire you to try many ways to heal the body because you deserve a healing. I know you see a bunch of other things about sickness and viruses and COVIDs, but in my world, that doesn't exist. And in your world, it doesn't have to exist. Of course, it does exist. It's just we know how to have the balance. We know how to accept that it exists, and we know how to give the nutrients that we need so that we can be in balance with the virus, and that if it is here, we know how to accept it. We know how to fight it and be one with it, and also not have it bother us. I don't know if that made any sense, but I love you guys. Try out celery juice. Call some people. Be like, look, you got to try this out with me. This crazy girl talked about it. We're going to do it for a week, at least a week. Don't say you did it, one day and you didn't feel nothing. Like for 3 weeks, the allergies went away, or they were going away in the process. On the third week, I was like, you know what? This is weird. This is too much. Celery juice, weird. And I stopped, and the allergies came right back. I was like itchy and eye itchies and arm itchy. I was like, no, 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 no. I really liked the way I was feeling. So after 3 weeks of doing the celery juice, 16 ounces, I had diarrhea for a whole week. I did 1 more week of the celery juice entirely, and I haven't had the allergies since. So I've been going on and off with it. I did cucumber for like a whole month. I've been doing melon smoothies as well by itself. That I've been doing a lot of things by itself and not doing any mixing. And I know there's so many more beautiful, amazing things and combinations I haven't yet discovered. But one step at a time. This is a 1-year healing plan. For me, it took 5 years to heal, 6 years to heal. Well, how long was it? 4 years. It was, okay, 2012, I got sick, and I was almost fully healed by 2017. And then now that I'm discovering more, and I haven't given up, and I'm still looking for new ways to heal the body, the more things that I try, like the breathing exercises and the celery juice, and just thinking right and accepting everything around me and being thankful for all of it has really changed my whole life. Anyway, so celery juice. All right, get it in. All right. I'll show you guys my plantain tree. My plantain. Plátanos. You see it? All right. I love you guys. You deserve healing. You will receive a healing. You are already healed. You just don't know it.